49ers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. We gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game,
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Uses the stiff arm.
Let's go. Ready?
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. To throw, it's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Easy, opposite.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, Kamara. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Don't get nervous.
Check 99. Check 99. Kill. Mike 57. I'm coming. 57. Mike 57.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the Saints' 19-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Here we go. 180. Check, 47. Hey.
On 1st down, Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10.
57. Hey, easy. 57. Come on. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
A run, it's Murray. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I'm going to run you over. Wonder. Check 52.
They run with Murray. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Hey, pick your game up. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
On 1st down, Brees. Looking for Gann, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Coleman. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, 49ers.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. On the screen, this is Coleman. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3.
Check pass. Check pass.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Hey, kill. 13.
Check 15. Check 15.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
54 is mine. 54 is mine.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Rip left, rip left.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Murray. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Murray, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I know you felt that one.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
You got tight right there. Check me. Opposite.
Breeze going to throw. This is caught by Ginn. And he's got this down to the 35. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
57's the mic. Watch 57. All day, baby. All day. Check. 57's the mic. Go. Check. 5-9.
From the 29, Breeze, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Breeze. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze now. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Here's Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You can't block me. Let's 57, 57's wrong. 11.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
I'm going from back to you. I'm going from back to you.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 26-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Let's go.
On the counter, here's Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go. 180. 47. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Alex Anzalone in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Get off the field.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Here we go. 180.
Nice, sweetheart.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Strip the ball.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jarek McKinnon. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's go one more.
To throw is Breeze. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Breeze now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
56, right there, 56.
We're good. High 4, ready.
56, Mike, 56. Here we go.
Hey, Charlie.
56.
Tonight.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's been a long day for you.
Now a give. This is Murray. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Yeah. 53.
57's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
Here's Breeze to throw. And Gibbs got it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. To throw, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2nd and goal at the Niners' 13-yard line.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, By me.
Mike 5-4.
Ready, take.
Now Breeze. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive,
And now Garoppolo lost the football, but an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
and a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
180.
Check, 47. Here we go, D.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
This is Breida. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Breida, he'll try the right side. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. 180!
March 47. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. After the sack on 1st down, Breeze, it's Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Mike, ready? 5-8, 5-8. 5-4. Hey, man. Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Breeze now on first down. Oh, spinning away. Left side, caught by Matthews. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Right there.
On first down, Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Breeze will try again on second down. He's going to let it fly. And, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
So the victory here for San Francisco.